Welcome to X1T Gaming, and together we're going to revolutionize the gaming industry. Welcome to day 2 of the 90-day challenge of creating Pachinko. So today we're just going to go over the product design of how the game's going to work, what we kind of want, and do a timeline of all the stuff. Um, yeah, the exciting thing that I was thinking about it today, about this Pachinko, is that I think most of it is going to be just art. And I'm not an artist. So it's going to really kind of challenge me and push me in that aspect of designing, which will be fun, trying to make it like catchy, have lots of different colors, different stuff. I feel like the what's it call it, the numbers that change, the slot machine kind of thing. The slots area is going to probably be the most challenging for design purposes. Um, yeah, and then for the coding purposes, I think the most challenging will be to do the knob to control how strong the pressure is for shooting the balls, and making sure that the balls are like saved every day, so that it's not like when you close it and then you go back, it's at a different set. So I don't know how to check that, so I'll probably be doing it on my own time when I'm getting there. But yeah, so we're just going to go over this document today and figure out what we want to do. So the date today is March the 18th. I'll just boop. So it's March the 18th, and it's 2022. And the name of the game, we'll just call it Pachinko for now. So you control, you're going to control a dial knob. This is going to be a dial knob. Top, down, side view. This is a side view game. It's going to be, oops. This is a side view, because we're going to have the effects of gravity falling down, so we want to make sure that it's side. Um, yeah, where user input type. Um, User input type. What is that one? Player control, where you just turn the knob, turn knob speed, and it makes the player instantiate pachinko balls. Okay, during the game, pachinko balls appear. Pachinko balls appear from bottom left corner. Bottom left corner, and the goal of the game is to win more pachinko balls. Will there be sound effects? Description of sound effects. Yes. Yes, there will be sound. There should be lots of sound effects on this one to be going around. I don't think I'll do a background music. Maybe I will do background music. I have no idea. Um, yeah, no, I'm going to do background music too. But so we'll just do the sound effects. The sound effects will be, um, I think, little thuds from pachinko balls. Okay, and particle effects. Is there going to be particle effects? Maybe, yeah, let's do particle effects for the slot machines. Uh, slot machine winning stars. Winning stars, I guess. I'll just put stars for now. Um, there will also be slot roulette. Slot noises. Slot roulette. I don't know how to spell it. Roulette noises. Okay, as the game progresses, description of the game mechanics. There's going to be no progression. It's just you gain more, no progression. Gain more balls or lose. No progression. Gain more balls or lose them. Effects of gameplay mechanics. Making it as the game progresses, no progression, just gain balls. Um, okay, so what we're going to do, making it have gravity effects. Have gravity effects. Okay. Um, there will also be adding more pachinko balls for some slot wins. Yeah. Okay. User interface. There'll be score, lives, timer. It's just going to be a pachinko ball count. Pachinko ball count will increase or decrease when winning or pachinko balls, and then decrease every time you use a pachinko ball. Okay, at the start of the game, the working title, will appear, and at the end of the game. So there isn't at the start of the game. You will just have pachinko machine, and the game will end when there are no more pachinko balls left. Okay, any other notes about the project that you don't feel were addressed in the above? No, I think I did all of that. So timeline. This is going to be interesting. So we got 3 months. So we'll split this off into three. How much is 3 months? So wait. So if we got 1 month is 2 weeks. So we'll do 2 weeks for all of these things. Yeah, okay, so we've got 2 weeks to do each of these things. For this one, we want to get what do we want to get in the first week? The first week has got to be the design. First 2 weeks is going to be the design. So we're just going to be heavily on a machine design. Designing the pachinko machine. Okay, and so this is going to be 2 weeks from now. So April 1st. 04, 01. Yeah. Sorry, I'm Canadian. We do month first, and then we do day, and then year. I know it's weird. It's just what we do. We adapt to the American stuff. Like if anyone like thinks that like the American stuff is confusing, you just gotta be like go to Canada because in Canada we do both imperial and metric system, and we have the weird calendars and stuff like that, and it all depends in what you're doing for measurements and stuff like that to actually so for height we actually do um, in imperial, which yeah, which is weird, and then when we do what are some stuff that we do in metric? I can't remember on the top of my head. Yeah, well, we have liters, so we do our gas like our all of our measuring stuff is in metric stuff. Some of our yeah, cooking is like either or. It's like totally messed up. I can't explain it. I saw this one thing, this post, and someone described it perfectly of how Canadians able to where they switch and what makes sense. And I don't know why, but it just makes sense. So I'm sorry. It just is what it is. If this makes you uncomfortable, I'm sorry. If this doesn't make you uncomfortable, then you're probably Canadian or American. But then you'll probably see me doing my measurements like I do like 11 millimeter diameters, right? That's not in inches. So I'm going to probably be doing the whole pachinko machine in metric, which is going to be weird. Yeah, it's just yes, it just is what it is. Okay, so we're going to be designing the pachinko machine. So that's going to have a 2 week kind of thing. Maybe we should do that for like a whole month of just designing the pachinko machine. I think we want to design, um, yeah, design the pachinko machine, and then we want to, in the next one, we want to design the pegs and the balls. Or do I want to start off with the balls first? Actually, let's start off with the balls first. Let's do design pachinko balls, pachinko balls. Um, get rough layout of machine, and then we want to get all the pegs in place. Oops. Okay. Okay. Get all pegs in place. And finalize. Get all the pegs in place and have a glass feature. Have glass feature to keep. Do we need a glass feature? I could just make the pachinko balls just not move on the x-axis. So whatever we have, it could just look like there's look. It could just look like there's glass because it's on a screen. Yeah, maybe we'll just get all the pegs in place, um, and working properly. Okay, so that's going to be another 2 weeks. Oops. So that's going to be on the 15th of April. So by the end of April, we want to have basically the whole machine layout and design done. So we're going to get the shape of the whole layout in the machine, put like different brackets, and then we're going to work on the pegs. This is going to be more of the art piece of this stuff, and then we make it all properly, and then we want to get what we want to get the knob to work. We want, yeah, get knob to work. So this means um, throw shooting pachinkos at different speeds. Yeah. So once we actually get like all this done, we're pretty much all done with the game. We just need to figure out the slot machine aspects of it, which will be more of like a design thing. And then, yeah, so this one, 15th will be the 29th. So 29th, I'm moving into my new place. So we might have some difficulties. Okay, and then for this one, we want to get slot machine. Slot machine. Yeah. So this is, we're just going to get the slot machine working. Going to give us 2 weeks for that one. So it'll be on the 29th, and this will be on the 13th of May. Let's keep it coherent, cohesive. I don't know, whatever that word is. Okay, so we get the slot machine, and yeah, no, we should get this done before the 9 months if all goes to plan. Um, this one we will do. Um, what is it? Finalize. Make sure. Make sure pachinkos do not disappear when turned off. I think that one will probably be. Well, I don't know. That one will probably be hard. We gotta get the pachinko stuff. So we gotta think for the knob. Am I gonna do it where I'm gonna just instantiate and then it's gonna shoot the stuff out, or is there going to be like constantly a number of balls? I wonder if I should just have like in the background. Oh no, but I'm not going to have them move the Z axis. You know what? Actually, I might just put like a glass feature on there. But I might have something in the background to instant wait. But then I got to be able to make sure that you can't. Yeah, that's gonna be the hardest one I think. Is going to get the knob to actually work properly. Yeah, no, I think those are going to be the difficult stuff. Is trying to get the proper design. Once I get the pegs, like the pegs is going to be like super easy. I just got to get them aligned, like half of it aligned, and then just copy and paste it and flip it over. And I got to make sure that they don't always go into to the slot machine. I got to make sure that you lose the majority of them. So trying to get the spacing to work for that. But they're pretty bouncy. Also have to look at some stuff to see where they can make more pachinkos, so that they don't. It's like if you don't get the slots, then you still have a chance to at least get like maybe like 50. So I'm gonna start off with like you get 200. If you land in one of those things, you get 50. If you run out of pachinko balls, you have to wait for um, another. I don't know how I'm going to do the slot machines. The slot machine is going to be interesting to see the payout. Do I want to do the payout for different numbers that you get? So if you get like triple sevens, that's like considered the jackpot of jackpots, and just make that a little bit harder. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do like each number has a higher percentage of getting, and I will grade those evenly. So if you get like 111, then you'll get like 200 pachinko balls or something like that. If you get like 222, then you'll get like 300. I don't know. And then if you get like 777, you'll get like 10,000 or something like that. But like just the random number for it to pop up to be 777 is going to be probably the most difficult. So I got to find out that coding aspect. There's actually a lot of coding aspect that I'm thinking about that goes on here. So yeah, this one is going to be 2 weeks after that, which will be what, the 13th of May, so the 27th of May. So by May 27, and then what do we want here? So different feature products. So we want to get, ooh, the sounds. We want to make sure we got all the sounds. Sounds, animations. Those are quite important. We want to do lights. Do we want to Japanese style lights or English? I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe switch it up. Maybe I'll probably do Japanese style stuff simply because this is a Japanese kind of thing. But we'll see when we get there. Is there any other features that we want? And then background music. Background music. Yeah, no, I'm happy with this. And so this one will be May 27th. So will be June 10th. So by June 10th, I want to have all this out. Okay. Yeah, so that's my. I guess I should have done every minus 1 day. It's okay. Minus 1 day. 69. No, it's not November 6th. It is June 9th because I am Canadian. It's like one of those things that it's like that joke is like Goku Day is like Dragon Ball Day is like we want to say that it's like May 9th, but it's actually September 5th. September 5th is Goku Day because you got. Oh, wait, no. Because Japanese, they do it backwards too. So they go, but they go year first, and then month, and then day, which is acceptable. Because it's just backwards from how average people, but how North Americans do it, it's just weird. We go month, day, and then year. It's like a lopsided triangle. So yeah, so it's May 9th is Dragon Ball Day because they go the year and then they go the month, which is 5 called Go, and then 9 is Ku. So it's Goku, Dragon Ball Day. Yeah, maybe I'll do a shout out for then because no one knows about Dragon Ball Day because everyone is too busy celebrating May the 4th, which is Star Wars Day. But I want to be the one to start. Well, I'm not going to be the one to start. Someone else start. I want to popularize it. Dragon Ball Day. Yeah, so I think this is really reasonable. This is going to be exciting. Yeah, we're going to see the design I'm gonna have to do. It's gonna. I think a lot of math involved too to try to get everything all set up. The pegs I think are going to be once I get the pegs set, the 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 gravity and the physics with the pachinko balls and the pins are going to be fine because that is already in the Unity system. So just trying to instantiate them to shoot up. Yeah. I wonder I wonder if I should make like a wheel in the background that just flips the balls because it already has the yeah, like a propeller or something like that. Just like maybe like two. And it flips like really fast. But the interval speed for how often. Well, that's because that's how hard it goes too. Yeah. But yeah, no, if I have that flipping mechanism and then I just have them lined up. So it's like, however, if this number is, yeah, yeah, that's interesting. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about some stuff for the game features that I should do. So the knob, I think I should just do like a flipping thing. So that's going to be like an easier time so that I can just do the speed of that rotation is controlled by this knob over here. And no one's going to see what that is, but because the Unity already has physics for, yeah, they already have the physics. So I just need to, or maybe I just need to make it like yeah, something that's going to be smaller than the pachinko ball, so that the pachinko balls don't fall through. And so it's going to be a little bit smaller. It's going to go, and then they'll flip. They'll just hit the pachinko balls as they go, as it goes around. Or I could just make it go through the object because I don't need to actually make proper physics. I could just make that part be able to go through, and it only collides with the pachinko balls. And people will never see it because it'll just be behind everything in the back end. That's interesting. Yeah, no, I might do that part. I feel like that's going to make the knob a lot easier. The knob just controls the speed of this rotation, and that's it. And then the rotation is going to go through the machine, but there's going to be a spot where it's going to be able to flick up whatever pachinko balls are there. And I'm going to have to make a thing where it instantiates every time the dial is up and you have numbers, so that if the number is going to be zero, it won't instantiate, so you won't have anything that flips up. Boom, got it. And then I'm thinking, I noticed a lot of them pachinko machines, so they shoot up on the left side, or like this will be your left or whatever. You guys got to look backwards now, or maybe I'll turn. So they shoot up on the left side. Whatever. You guys can think backwards. So it's going to spin right over here. You got the knob over here when you're looking. It's going to shoot up and then bounce down. What I noticed a lot of pachinko machines have, like the newer ones, is they have like right in the center, they have the actual screen. And then the thing can, it will fall like one of like this way or that way. There's only two areas. But then I also noticed that you have the older machines, which it has the whole setup where it falls throughout the whole setup. Um, that will be interesting because maybe there'll be like some parts that it could pass where it'll be like, oh, you pass this, you get this many pachinko balls added to your thing. So it's not necessarily it has to be a um, just at the bottom, and it have to get to the bottom first. It could be kind of like designed that way, so you have like a couple of things where they bounce in there and then it bounces around, and then they'll just all disappear at the bottom, and then we'll have like one in the center where it will every time it goes you spin the wheel. Um, yeah, or you spin the slot machine. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, and then the knob just controls that. There's not going to be anything. You can move the knob and it'll still spin, but you'll only instantiate balls if the number is greater. Yeah, and every time you make a collision, it's going to make that number go down. Yeah, no, I think I got this. I think I got all this coding. I think I could do it. Um, my problem, I think, will be what to make it look good, make it look interesting, not just to make it kind of like a half-ass kind of thing. I should make this look the same as everything else. I was too excited about 69 that I forgot to put a 0 in there. Okay, on that note, I'm going to sign off. We are all done with the pachinko. There's nothing else to add for today. Tomorrow we'll just start doing the design, the rough layout of how we want the machine, and doing the little bit of the pegs. That's going to probably be the hard work for me. Once I get the design down, once I learn how to do the pegs, then I could just like copy and paste the pegs however I like. Get the balls at a certain thing. And then I'm going to have to do a little bit more research as well for like how big are the pegs, how much space in between each ones, how the stuff works, kind of thing. Um, do I want to make it so that every space is the size of at least a pachinko ball? Yeah, and then I'll give a little bit of a bounciness to the pachinko ball, but it's going to be, yeah, we'll have to figure that out for the little bit. So we'll probably get to a point where we'll get all this design, get the stuff, and then we'll just kind of like instantiate balls to see how they drop, be able to click and do that, just a temporary code. And do we need a game manager for this? I don't think we're going to need a game manager for it. No, we do because of the text. I want to have a little menu thing at the bottom so that people can actually pay. Oh, we got to get, that's what I forgot to do. We got to add a payment system. Payment system. Yeah, because I'm going to do, so I think the balls that I'm going to do is every day you're going to get a free 200 balls. And each ball they're going to cost 1 cent for a ball. So minimum payment is going to be $1. $1 will get you, what is that? 2,000, no, 20,000 balls. So I feel like that's going to be more than enough to play with if people are actually wanting to do it. And I'm going to have to make the ratio that, yeah, I'm going to have to try to make it like a losing ratio eventually, that you're going to lose all the pachinko balls. And if this actually goes big and I get better, maybe we can make it like you get special items. Who knows? Okay, I'll see you guys again tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.